Well, what we know now, Kathy, is that they're going to be having a private funeral. The family has asked for privacy. You can imagine soon after the news broke, members of the media, including those of the African National Congress and members of the public who have an interest in this particular story, this sad story, of course, the passing of Tina Joemat-Pettersson. So they all flocked outside her house here in Cape Town, but they are, as a family, asking for privacy. But I'm not alone, Kathy. I'm joined by the first Deputy Secretary General of the ANC, Nomvula. Thank you for your time. So you have brought to our attention that this is going to be a private funeral. Perhaps let's start with, how is the family doing?
Thank you very much for being here. Once more, condolences to the family. We spent the whole day today with the family, represented by her elder brothers, her sister, and the extended family. We were joined by the leadership of the ANC from the Northern Cape, members of the NEC deployed here in the Western Cape. It's not an easy moment for anyone, and coming together, it has also brought fond memories, and it was also quite very emotional from the side of the family. However, the family appreciates what the ANC has done and what South Africans have been sending, the messages of condolences, what they've been following also with what Comrade Alvin Bottas on our behalf has been receiving from different political parties. Comrade Tina was a family person. She comes from a very strong family, a family that also respects the African National Congress and appreciates that she belonged to this bigger family called the ANC. They are not taking it well, just like anyone who has lost a mother, a sister, would actually react. However, they appreciate that we all have come out to give them the support. They received a call. The president made a special call to the kids, which was also quite a very important connection with the family. We have agreed together with the family that we will work together with the Northern Cape ANC structures and host a national memorial service next week, Wednesday. The ANC Women's League, in line with the ceremonies of a decent send-off, will have the hanging of a blouse in the Northern Cape on Thursday. We will lower the flags of the ANC in all our provincial offices and at our headquarters. There will be books for condolences that would be distributed across our provincial offices. The trade union movement, SATU, COSATU, and the SACP. Comrade Tina is the only known provincial chairperson of the South African Communist Party. Would also want to have a memorial service. So between today and up until Thursday, up until Wednesday when we have the memorial service, we'll continue to update members of the public and the media on what would be taking place. And for now, we urge people not to actually get to the house because there is no one, and let's respect the family with all the arrangements that they have preferred to coordinate the decent send-off for Comrade Tina.
Ma'am Nomvula, I beg your indulgence on a very sensitive element to this particular story. There are some reports that suggest or seek to try to find what the cause of death was. And I beg your indulgence here. I know it's sensitive, but what do you perhaps know about the cause of death?
What we know is that Comrade Tina has passed on. Ideally, we wouldn't want to have her no longer being with us. And for now, like in any other family, it is only the family that is at liberty to make that a pronouncement, because it's the information that gets passed to the family. And that's what we respect for now.
Do they at least inform you of the cause of death?
That's not what we inquired. We've come to the family to express our shock. And we met with the family to pledge solidarity and convey our condolences. At no point have we ever thought of asking even that question, because it is a question that ordinarily should never arise. But the main thing that we should always express is that it is sad to have lost Comrade Tina at this time when we needed her most.
As a senior politician, it would be remiss of me to miss this opportunity to ask you about what has been transpiring within the African National Congress, particularly in Parliament. I mean, today her name was mentioned repeatedly during the Section 194 committee, where there are various allegations of bribery, and her name came up, including those WhatsApp messages and audio recordings that the public protector claims to have. Now, as a senior member of the organization, are you aware of this? Is this being discussed, or is it just left to the ANC caucus in Parliament?
We still are just shocked about the passing on of Comrade Tina. It's not even a week. And for now, our reflection has been on this great loss. Issues of allegations and counter-allegations, for us, are things that have to be handled in a different space. And the ANC has its own processes of dealing with these matters. And for now, ordinarily, one would be saying, can't we just give this period to be a period of mourning, and any other thing, allow it to be handled at an appropriate time in a better way. Speculations and insinuations will not actually bring Comrade Tina back. A mother has passed on. Kids are mourning, they are orphans. Brothers have lost their own sister, cousin, we've lost a comrade. Whatever it is, Comrade Tina has passed on, and that must be the issue that we all reflect on. And I'm saying this also, Ati, based on my own personal experience. It is not a good thing. It's so un-us, it's so un-African, that we become so probing, as if this will bring her back, and yet it actually causes more pain, more hurt. And my own personal appeal, I've gone through this passage with the loss of my son. I've gone through this experience with the loss of my husband, and I will refuse to be dragged, and the ANC being dragged to a space that causes more pain. Let's give the family the space. Let's give Inganes Gatina the opportunity to go through a journey that no one wants to be in. I know that everybody wants to play into what is topical. Somebody's child has passed on. Somebody's mother has passed on. And a caring ANC, with all our problems and our challenges, we refuse to be dragged into a situation that is un-African.
Thank you so much for your time. We really do appreciate it. Nomvula Mokonyane, the first Deputy Secretary General of the ANC, saying that it is a very sensitive time for the family, including the organization, and they are asking for space. And of course, they will be taking that particular funeral privately without any members of the public. Back to you, Kathy, in studio.
All right, and Ati, one can certainly hear that Nomvula Mokonyane choosing her words very carefully in that interview in terms of how she's communicating what she understands to have happened in this matter. So that's where we leave it with Ati Mtongana.